So you have to say, potato salad is one of the most popular dishes during the summertime, as it's truly the perfect side dish for any meal, from barbecue all the way to pan-grilled fish. Anyways, with that being said, that's exactly what we're doing today. However, the version we're making is not your typical version. It is the next level in goodness. We're talking a roasted potato salad. Now, what makes this version stand out above the rest, as you can see by the name, we're not going to be boiling the potatoes, we're going to roast them, which gives this potato salad the most incredible depth of flavors. Folks, we're talking very easy to make, simple ingredients, and all done in about 40 minutes. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Tommy Williams, Jim Schaller, Sean Murphy, and Barbara Eastman. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's begin by grabbing a kilogram of baby potatoes, which is 2¼ pounds that have already been washed and patted dry, and cutting each one in half. If you're using larger potatoes, you just cut them into bite-sized pieces that are 3 centimeters, which is a little over 1 inch. And as you can see, I'm leaving the skins on the potato as it adds more flavors and nutrients, but if you prefer, you can peel the potatoes. Then we'll add the potatoes into a large bowl. Drizzle in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. Add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2½ grams. And we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll toss it together until all the potatoes are coated in the olive oil and seasonings. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva. You'll find a link where you can get some in the description box below, and if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Then we'll transfer the potatoes into a baking tray that's lined with parchment paper. Important to use parchment here, that way once the potatoes cook, they don't stick to the surface. And just mix the potatoes around, that way they're on a single layer and evenly spaced out. And we'll add our potatoes into a preheated oven, bake and broil option. That's the bottom and top heat, very similar to a convection oven, 210 degrees Celsius, which is 410 degrees Fahrenheit. If your oven doesn't offer this function, you just get in there at the halfway point and flip the potatoes, that way they all evenly roast. In the meantime, let's start making some hard-boiled eggs. I'm going to add in 4 eggs into a saucepan. Fill it with some water to about ½ inch above the eggs, which is 1¼ centimeters. And heat it with a high heat. Once it comes to a boil, we'll place the lid on the pan and turn off the heat, and we're going to leave our eggs to sit here for about 11 minutes to end up with perfectly hard-boiled eggs. Once the eggs are cooked, I'm going to transfer them into a bowl with some iced water. This is not only going to stop the eggs from cooking, but it's going to make it so much easier to peel them. Alright, let's move back to the potatoes. They've been roasting between 20 to 25 minutes, and they should be perfectly cooked through. You know, you can always pierce them with a toothpick or a fork, and if it easily goes in there, but with little resistance, they are ready to go. At this point, I'm going to remove them from the oven, and let them rest at room temperature for a couple minutes, that way they can slightly cool off. In the meantime, let's get the rest of our ingredients ready. I'm going to thinly slice half of a red onion into small bite-sized pieces. Then we'll finely chop a handful of fresh parsley. And we'll roughly chop 3 of the hard-boiled eggs and cut the last one into quarters to use as garnish. And for the final step, let's assemble our potato salad. Once the potatoes are cool enough to handle, I'm going to transfer them into a large bowl. Along with the sliced red onion, chopped parsley, and chopped hard-boiled eggs. Then we'll add in 3/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt, which is about 225 grams. Important for the yogurt to be at room temperature, otherwise it can easily curdle with the warm potatoes. And we'll season with a kiss of sea salt and a generous portion of freshly cracked black pepper. Like I've told you in the past, that black pepper brings out an incredible flavor in the Greek yogurt. And we'll give it a gentle mix until everything's well mixed together. Then we'll transfer the potato salad into a serving dish. and we'll garnish it with our hard-boiled egg that we cut into quarters and some fresh parsley. Check it out, our roasted potato salad is done. Super easy to make, beautiful presentation, and promises to be one of the best potato salads you'll ever taste. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. As always, folks, now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see how this tastes. Look how beautiful that looks. I'm telling you, by roasting the potatoes instead of boiling them with that paprika, it gives this potato salad the biggest depth of flavors and such an incredible texture. The rest of the ingredients, perfect balance of goodness, and that Greek yogurt to bind it all together takes it to the next level. You saw this, so easy to make, very healthy for you. Give it a try at home. Serve it at room temperature like this, or even add it to the fridge and serve it chilled. Either way, I promise with that first bite, this just might be one of the best potato salads out there. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, as it really helps out the channel. And leave me a comment below. And as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a 4 community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.